She wants to be with every man in the village, but not because she wants to, but because she can't help it. And every night, she cries alone for it. Everyone in Umuaka village talks about her, Nnenna. The name alone makes women frown and men sigh. She's the kind of beauty that makes time slow down. Her eyes are like moonlight on still water. Her laughter soft like morning rain. Even her footsteps sound like lullaby on dry sand. Men lose their minds when she walks past. Women tighten their wrappers and whisper, "May my daughter never grow to be like her." But nobody really knows Nnenna. She walks the red earth road like a queen without a crown. But her soul is bleeding. She doesn't stay. She can't stay. Last week it was Amadi the hunter. She smiled beside him, held his hand like a lover, and danced around his hut at night. People thought she had finally settled. Then, one morning, she vanished. 3 days later, she was laughing in the market with Nnenna, the trader, as he showed her new fabrics from the city. He told the elders, "She's the one, I swear by my dead father's name." But before the moon could become full, she disappeared again. Next, she's with Ikechi, the brave soldier who just returned from war. He tells his friends, "She's not like they say. She's gentle and she's mine." The villagers watch her go from one man to another, like a butterfly flying through burning bushes. "Shameless," they hiss. "She's cursed," some whisper. "A destroyer of homes," others say behind her back. But Nnenna doesn't answer. She just smiles in the daytime, wearing fine clothes and flowers in her hair, then cries herself to sleep every night. In a cold hut at the edge of the village, coiled up in a raffia mat, she whispers into the darkness, "I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to leave. Why can't I stop? What is wrong with me?" Sometimes she bites her fingers to stop herself from running. Sometimes she ties her legs with clothes so she won't go to another man's hut. But no matter how hard she tries, something stronger than her always wins. And when she wakes up next to yet another man, her heart breaks a little more. She covers her face in shame, but her beauty never fades, and the curse, it only grows. For 10 long years, Nnenna's mother couldn't conceive. She was mocked, pushed aside, and even called a man. One morning, broken and barefoot, she ran to the river. There she cried out, "Please give me a child, even if it cost me everything." The water shifted. A glowing woman rose. Ezewine, the river priestess. Her skin shimmered. Her eyes were still. She smiled and said, "I have heard your cry, and I shall give you a very beautiful daughter. When she is born, men won't be able to resist her. Her body will tempt them. She will have full breasts like ripe melon, hips like rolling hills." Then Ezewine's smile faded. But she will never stay. Her soul will drift from hut to hut, from men to men. She will lie with many men, not because she wants to, but because something stronger will always pull her away from them. The woman fell on her knees. "No, not like this. I didn't ask for this kind of child." But the river was already still. And once Ezewine speaks, her words cannot be taken back. So Nnenna was born, glowing like morning sun, soft eyes, gentle voice, a beauty that made even married men stare. She was just a girl when it began, but everything changed when she turned 13. That was when Nnemeka started waiting by her compound. He no longer called her a small girl. Now he watched her, like he couldn't look away. People noticed. Women began to whisper, "Keep your sons away from her. That girl is carrying something strange." She didn't smile at the men. She didn't ask for attention. But they came, one after the other. They brought roasted yam, beads, salted fish, and she followed. Each time she told herself, This will be the last, but it never was. She would cry into her hands at night, asking, "Why do I always leave? Why can't I just stay?" But no answer came, only silence, and the same pain repeated over and over again. One dusty harmattan evening, a quiet stranger walked into the village. His name was Nnenna. He was a blacksmith, tall, strong, and very handsome. His smooth brown skin glowed like polished bronze, and his eyes were bright, kind embers. When he spoke, his voice was deep but gentle, like a drum covered in soft clothes. Every man in the village chased after Nnenna, the girl with the shining smile and the secret curse. They brought gifts, they sang loud songs, but Nnenna did none of that. He only watched her from a distance, like someone guarding a small hot bird that still wants to fly. One night, the moon was thin and cold. Nnenna sat by the river bank, toes buried in the cool sand, tears slipping down her cheeks. The wind hissed through dry grass. Frogs croaked like tiny drums. Nnenna stepped out of the shadow and knelt beside her. "Why are you crying?" he said, voice low. She gasped. "Go away," she said. He stayed, silent, steady. The river rushed past, silver and fast. "I know a heavy heart when I see one," he whispered. "Tell me." Nnenna shook like a leaf. Her story burst out about the curse, the broken hearts, the shame that clawed her each night. "I don't want to keep hurting people," she cried. "I want to be free, but I can't stop. I hate myself." Nnenna reached for her trembling hand. "Then let me carry this curse with you," he said, eyes bright and sure. His words felt like warm sunlight after a long, cold rain. For the first time ever, Nnenna did not feel like running. She breathed in, slow and deep, and the night air smelled a little sweeter. That night, long after Nnenna had touched her trembling hand, Nnenna sat alone, barefoot on the mat, her eyes wide, fixed on the clay wall, breathing shallow. Then came the burning, her chest, her head, her legs. It felt like something inside her wanted to run again, to vanish into the bush, barefoot and alone. Then, from the shadows of her mind, came the voice. "You were never meant to fall in love." It was not her voice. It was Ezenwanyi's voice, the river priestess who had given her mother a child in exchange for a secret curse. "Your beauty was the trap, your body the vessel. You are mine." The air in the room turned cold. The oil lamp flickered. Her fingers coiled. She shook her head, whispering to herself through clenched teeth, "No, I won't run again. I choose to love him. Even if I die, I will love." Then there was silence. Even the wind paused. No breath, no voice, just the sound of her heartbeat. Slow, steady, like the drum of a woman who chews. The next morning, the sun rose like it hadn't in years. It was gentle, gold and quiet. The birds returned, singing softly as if celebrating something sacred. And then Nnenna walked into the market square. Nnenna walked beside her. His hand was not holding hers, but near enough to feel her strength. The crowd paused. Then Mama Nneka stepped forward, the oldest woman in the village. Tears in her eyes, she looked at Nnenna with deep understanding and said, "Ezenwanyi cursed you, but you choose to stay." That was all the river wanted. Not obedience, not silence, but real pain and real love. The people knelt down, not in fear, not in worship, but in shame, for mocking a woman whose heart was never her own. Weeks later, Nnenna and Nnenna were married beneath the same tree where her mother once wept for a child. No priestess, no spirits, only love and freedom. They built a home near the edge of the hills, quiet, simple, and safe. Years passed. Young girls would whisper near her hut, "Is it true you were cursed even before you were born?" Nnenna would smile, hands folded over her coral beads, and reply, "Yes, but love set me free."